Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. It is a gorgeous Wednesday outside. Go out and do some things. It is about 70 out. Wonderful day. This is going to be a video about the top 15 players in baseball coming into this spring training. This is Sports Fanatic News. I am Joe Boric, and the factors are going to be health, their track record. So a guy that's been in the league more, proven more, might get ahead of a guy that might have had better statistical seasons the past year and a half because he has a more proven track record. But again, there's also going to be an upside and downside thing as well. But in terms of honorable mentions in the top 15, I would say Josh Donaldson's an honorary mention in the top 15. I don't think I put him right there because he bloomed in the past 3 to 4 years. And there's guys that have done it longer that I would put ahead of him. Buster Posey is an honorary mention in the top 15 because his stats went down a little bit last year. Mookie Betts is an honorary mention. Same thing for him. They'll probably bring their stats up and be more than honorary mentions next year. And then another would be like a Rendon or a Aaron Judge, who still needs to continue to keep doing his thing. But the best player in baseball, I don't think there's much of a debate on this anymore. The best player in the league right now plays for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and that is Mike Trout. He is number one. He had a WAR of 6.7 wins above replacement, and that goes to show why the Angels probably didn't make the postseason. If he stayed healthy and didn't go out for that period of time, they probably would have, honestly, with that good of a WAR over the time that he was out. That's a pretty good WAR, and putting that much extra in your lineup during that time, and the Angels did struggle a bit in that time, weighs a lot. The second guy who had a WAR even higher, amazing one of 8.3, was Jose Altuve, and he's just been hitting more homers each year. His average stays consistent. He steals bases. He's a fast runner. He's a 5-tool player. He does pretty much everything right, and he definitely is the second best player in the league as far as I'm concerned to this point. And the third player, in my opinion, is going to be Corey Kluber, and that is because Corey Kluber had a WAR of 8, and he has averaged a 2.83 ERA over 219 innings. And he's also won 2 Cy Youngs over the last 4 years. And he is a big part. If the Indians are going cold, he'll finish that cold streak. He is a huge anchor on that team, and he will be an anchor on anybody's team if he ever moves on. And he deserves to be in the top 3, in my opinion. Number 4 is Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, he had a career-low strikeout rate last year. He had 59 homers with a 1.007 OPS. What more could you ask? He's clearly in the top 5. The 5th would be Max Scherzer, who had a WAR of 7.3. He had a 2.87 ERA over 218 innings. And his WAR was more than any other pitcher. Of course, for him, the thing is when we break down, being he's 33, I think he's still got a couple years to go, and he still deserves to be in that top threshold. So, to view what we did so far, number 1 was Mike Trout, number 2 was Jose Altuve, number 3 was Corey Kluber, number 4 was Giancarlo Stanton, and number 5 is Max Scherzer. Number 6, because I think even though his stats have went down last year, a little bit, the upside's there, and he's just going to rake and become one of the best in the league, and probably the best third baseman, especially because Machado is going to move to short now, and that is the Cubs' Chris Bryant at number 6. He had a 9.46 OPS and 29 homers and 6.1 WAR, and that came off as a disappointment, and that's a great disappointing season. So that deserves number 6 because I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be higher and maybe significantly higher than number 6 at the end of this season. Number 7. Number 7 will be Nolan Arenado. The guy just rakes and rakes and rakes, and he is the main reason why Colorado typically throughout a season is still in the running throughout the halfway point of the season. Is typically Nolan Arenado and mostly Nolan Arenado. And he deserves to be there tenfold. And then, so to go back and review now, we have Mike Trout, Jose Altuve, we have Corey Kluber, Max Scherzer, then we have Chris Bryant, then we have Nolan Arenado. Number 7 would be Francisco Lindor. He just rakes for the Indians. He just gets it done, and he deserves to be number 7. Number 8, I would say, is Joey Votto, because much like a guy the Phillies just got, Carlos Santana, he draws a lot of walks, and he is a great hitter because he's so disciplined and gets in great count, and he just keeps doing it year in and year out, and I don't know if there is going to be an age limit for a player as smart as him, much like Santana. I think those guys might be good until their late 30s because of the type of hitters they are. Number 9 is the young stud, probably going to become one of the best shortstops in the league in the very near future, and he's definitely going to become one of the best shortstops in the league by the start of next season, and that is Corey Seager. He is number 9. He, through 329 games, is hitting .305 with a .374 and a .502 slash line, and he's only 23. So he's got a lot more coming to him. Number 10, to finish off the top 10, is Goldie, Paul Goldschmidt. He's typically good for 150 games per year, so that's durable. That's only 12 games he sits out. And as well as a 300 average and a 400, 500 slash line with 30-odd homers and a few stolen bases because he's a great defender and he's also pretty fast for a first baseman. Number 11 is Clayton Kershaw, the Dodgers starting pitcher, who is absolutely amazing, but because of his statistics last year for ranking coming in, I would say he becomes number 11 in the scheme of the whole league now, and he probably is, in the whole scheme of thing, the best pitcher still in the league, but you have to see that. You have to see health. He had some issues last year, so that's why there's other pitchers before him. Number 12 will be the Red Sox Chris Sale. The reason Chris Sale was so low is because he started to trend downward towards the back end of the season. So that gives you a hit, so that moves you down to number 12. Number 13 would be Carlos Correa, another guy that's already one of the best shortstops in the league and who'll just continue to become even better. And then number 14 is going to be Justin Verlander. When the Astros won the World Series, Justin Verlander was one of the main reasons why they won the World Series. After they got him, he hit the ground running and was one of the most dominant pitchers. You could probably say he was the most dominant pitcher, honestly, in the league once he got traded to the Astros. And that puts him at 14. And to finish out the top 15, we have a guy that is going to be huge in next year's free agency, most likely. A guy that might be huge for the Phillies in the future, we all hope and pray, in the Philadelphia area. And that is none other than the lefty Phillies killer, Bryce Harper of the Nationals. He is number 15. His WAR went down last year in an off season, but he's definitely going to bounce back. He's still a 25-year-old kid, and he is going to get it done, and he is going to keep raking and keep doing it for years to come and get a big payday in this free agency, because I think being his contract's up, this is going to be a huge motivation for him, and this is going to be the best year of Bryce Harper's young still career. So this has been a video of the top 15 players in baseball going into the preseason. This is Sports Fanatic News. I am Joe Boric. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.